Good day and welcome to Inside Drug Discovery. This video is a brief description of a drug, Ensacove, which was recently approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration on December 18, 2024. I will mostly focus on the medicinal chemistry properties of the drug rather than its therapeutic benefit. Ensacove was approved on December 18, 2024. Ensacove is approved for the treatment of anaplastic lymphoma kinase, ALK, positive, advanced, or metastatic non-small cell lung cancer in patients who have not previously received an ALK inhibitor. The active compound is ensartinib. The drug is administered as a 225 milligram oral dose once per day. The dose consists of one 200 milligram and one 25 milligram capsule. The NDA applicant is Ensacove of Miami, Florida. The prescribing information insert of Ensacove is cited at the bottom of the slide and served as the primary reference for this video. What are ALK-positive tumors? ALK is a tyrosine kinase. ALK plays an important role in fetal development and is turned off before birth. Although ALK should stay off, in some cases the ALK gene can undergo fusion with other genes to result in an active form of ALK with subsequent tumor formation. These tumors are ALK positive and can be identified through tumor biopsy. ALK-positive tumors are sometimes encountered in lung cancer patients, generally in non-small cell lung cancer cases. Patients with ALK-positive tumors are typically treated with an appropriate ALK inhibitor. Many approved ALK inhibitors are available. Some are indicated for early treatment and others for later treatment. As has been said, Ensacove is an ALK inhibitor that is indicated for locally advanced or metastatic tumors that have not yet been treated with a different ALK inhibitor. Here are some physicochemical properties of ensartinib, along with the compound structure. Most of these property values are from DrugBank, through the first link at the bottom of the slide. Not one of these values is particularly remarkable. Ensartinib falls within typical oral drug space based on its properties. The last bullet point is ensartinib's ALK IC50 value from the Guide to Pharmacology. The IC50 is less than 0.4 nanomolar, which is a quite impressive potency. Small molecules do not often have sub-nanomolar potencies. Note that all these values are for ensartinib. In the drug product Ensacove, ensartinib is formulated as its dihydrochloride salt, likely involving protonation of the piperazine NH group and a ring nitrogen in the pyrazine. Selected pharmacokinetic properties are shown in the table on this slide. The half-life of ensartinib is 30 hours. The volume of distribution is over 1,700 liters. The prescribing information does not list the clearance of ensartinib, but the clearance can be readily calculated from the half-life and volume of distribution. The calculated clearance is 40 liters per hour. If you assume a patient mass of 70 kilograms, then clearance comes out to around 10 milliliters per minute per kilogram. This value is around half of hepatic blood flow, which is consistent with the drug being metabolized by the liver, as we'll see on the next slide. Oral bioavailability is also not recorded in the prescribing information. Plasma protein binding is around 92%. In terms of metabolism and excretion, ensartinib undergoes hepatic metabolism, mostly mediated by cytochrome 3A4. The metabolites are not reported, and the biological activity, if any, of the metabolites is also not disclosed. Excretion was studied through radio-labeled drug. 10% of the dose radioactivity was observed in the urine, with just 4.4% being unchanged, that is, unmetabolized ensartinib. 91% of the radioactivity was observed in the feces, with 38% being unchanged. Most oncology drugs carry serious risks, and Ensacove is no exception. Some of the warnings are listed here. For adverse reactions, at least 20% of patients experienced rash, nausea, vomiting, fever, and other reactions. At least 2% of patients showed laboratory abnormalities, with very many listed in the prescribing information. Some of the abnormalities align with the warnings, such as elevated liver enzymes in the blood, which you might expect in cases of liver toxicity. High uric acid levels and high blood glucose levels are also examples of toxicity that are identified through laboratory abnormalities. That completes the summary of the approval of the new drug application of Ensacove, which was granted by the U.S. FDA on December 18th of 2024. Ensacove is a kinase inhibitor used to treat certain types of lung cancer. Thank you for watching this video. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, making a comment, or leaving a question. Take care.